Hello everybody, and welcome to our presential session, online session, in order to check what we are going to see the coming week. Alright, so let's start sharing our screen, and here we are. Week number 2, from the September 14th to the September the 20th. Alright, let's see what we have in our learning form. Okay, sharing your doubts, your comments and suggestions about the different topics with me and your partners is a way to reinforce your knowledge. This forum has the purpose or its aim to keep this space of gathering with the community of Prepa en línea CEP. Alright, remember that this forum is not something that I evaluate, but is something that I consider in the moment of checking your general performance. Alright, the purpose of these activities consists of expressing and asking information about activities or situations that happened in the past using the correct structure, that is past simple. Okay, continue sharing with the Prepa en línea CEP community and write in English about what you used to do before starting this step in your life, right? That moved you or motivated you to take your Prepa en línea. Alright, take into consideration that we have to keep this respectful atmosphere, because all of the opinions and all of the thoughts are respectable. Alright, so this is about this one. Now let's see about our first activity, a happy day. Alright, what's been the happiest day of your life? What happened? Who were you? Who were you with? Why it was the happiest day of your life, right? Maybe they were some vacations, or you got good news, or I don't know. But the reasons are many, as many are the options of taking. Alright, as always, we select our format, we download it and open it. And in here it says, remember the happiest day of your life. Then write about what happened, how you felt, and why it was an important day for you. Use the verb tenses you have practiced about the English models: simple present, present continuous, past continuous, and simple past. Put a photograph or image that illustrates that day. Write a paragraph of 5 to 8 lines with your history. Okay? So in my case, definitely and by far must be when I gave birth to my 2 sons. Okay, well, I'm going to take the first one, that is Andres, but obviously the two babies were my happiest day. Okay, it says something to consider. Why was the happiest day of your life? Okay, it was one of the happiest day of my life because I gave birth to my son Andres. For the ones who are mothers, you understand me very well. The first time you are pregnant, you are very, very curious about knowing your child. You want to see him or her because you can feel it inside you, but you really want to meet him or her, right? Okay, then it says, well, obviously you have to delete this part. And then what happened? Well, the first time everything was new for me. I started to feel different very early in the morning. After that, I went to the doctor and he told us that it was time to meet my baby. Okay, and I continue. How did you feel? Oosh, this is incredible. It was a mixture of feelings. Oh, sorry. Here is with X. Mixture of feelings. On the one side, very excited, but on the other side, very afraid. All right. Why was the happiest day of your life? Oh, because I could embrace my baby for the first time. All right? Well, and then it says, why is it important to know about the past events? Write a paragraph, 5 to 8 lines to answer the questions. It's always important to know about the past. Why? Because it's this referent that help you continue moving. And this is my suggestion, or if you want to say it like that, my piece of advice for you. Sometimes we try to compete with the other people in the office, in the family, etc. But I think that the only person you have to compete with is with yourself. So having these past events in mind help you to continue growing, to see 1 year ago what were you doing, where were you, and now, for example, that you are taking your Prep en Línea SEP course, congratulations, because that's a big step in any aspect, personal, academic, family, etc. Well, that's my point of view. And then it says, record the reading of the story of your happiest day and the paragraph of the importance about knowing the past. Paste the audio link here. Remember to check and recheck the correct pronunciation, writing, etc. in Google Translate. It can be very helpful, and you can send it in the moment that you feel comfortable with the result. And also remember to keep it in public, because sometimes if you put it in private, it's difficult to check it. All right? Well, now let's go back to the following activity, making my family timeline. Okay? What do you know about the story of your family? Which have been the most important events that have happened to them or to you in your family, right? Well, all right, making my family timeline. Click on it, download it, and here we are. Let me take. It says, write in the following box 10 questions in English and Spanish to gather information about your family's history in the simple past. When did you move to this city, etc., etc. For example, in my case, my mom is from Temascaltepec. That is a little town in the south part of the Mexico state. And my father is from Monclova, Coahuila. That is in the north of the country. All right? Well, you know, love is like that. One day they met each other and they got married, and they decided to establish in Toluca. So it was not the midpoint in between the two places, but it was the place or the city where all of my brothers and I were born. Okay, so an example of what I can write here is When did you both move to Toluca? Okay. And the other one, it would be very important. Why did you decide? Remember that in here I don't put this verb in past because I am already using the auxiliary. Why did you decide to settle in Toluca? And so on, right? And then you translate it into Spanish, and obviously after that you have to ask your family, your relatives, about their answers, okay? And once you have first your questions in English, then your questions in Spanish, then you interview your well, it could be your partners or any relative that can help you knowing about your history or your family history. You write in English, you write in Spanish, and then in exercise number 3, you have to make a timeline with the information provided. Take care the events are chronological organized. We recommend the following link to know how to make a timeline. There you go. It helps you, because it guides you step by step how to make it. And I don't know, it's like you have 10 questions, it can be something like that, or maybe not that long. The idea here is to check the chronological form, right? Respecting that. And then in a paragraph of 5 to 8 lines, write your experience by listening to your family's story. Let me tell you that when I was a little girl, it was long ago, I know, my grandma used to tell us about our history, our family's history, because she lived in the revolution time, in the Mexican Revolution time. So she was very young and she was kidnapped by soldiers. Then she got married to one of them, and whatever. It's a very long story, but it was magical for me because it's always interesting the way, or to know about what happened in the past and the different problems that your family faced and how they recover from that and continue with their lives, right? Well, in an audio, tell your timeline by reading in English the questions and answers and paste the audio link here. Remember again the same recommendation, check in Google Translator, and once you are ready, that's it. Okay? Well, let me see here. I guess that would be all for today. And remember that it's always important to have communication with me, to ask as many questions as necessary in order to make sure that you already understood what you have to do, and also to practice as much as you can, because English, as many other disciplines, or as any other discipline, is something that you can improve in the moment that you practice and practice and practice, right? Well, that would be all for today. See you soon. Bye.